The water drainage system of Kampala's roads is providing a livelihood for hundreds of people who collect trash that has been carelessly thrown away. More than half of the garbage in Uganda's capital city is left uncollected by understaffed and underfunded city authorities and ends up in drainage channels, natural water courses, manholes, undeveloped plots and on the roadside. David Kibande dispatches about 10 collectors who would otherwise be jobless to collect up to 10 tons of plastic waste per week. A kilo of plastic sells for 7 US cents. From plastic waste, Kibande can make up to $2,000 a month.
The drainage system itself was full of bottles. Go to other places where they don't pick these things. Go to the drainage system. They have blocked. But these days you cannot get the trenches blocked because of bottles.
Kampala churns out 600 tons of garbage every day, according to Uganda's National Environment Management Authority, NEMA. Most of it ends up littering the city and clogging vital sewage and drainage systems, causing flooding and creating a sanitation disaster. In most slum areas, people wait for nightfall to dump their garbage on the streets. Non-biodegradable waste like polythene bags and other plastics never goes away. From yards like Kibande's, plastic begins a process that will turn it into something useful again at plants like this one, the Plastic Recycling Institute, PRI, run by South African beverage company SAP Miller. The plastics are sorted, washed and processed into a flake product that is either exported to China or Europe or sold on the local market as raw material for locally manufactured plastic material like roofing tiles, floor tiles and shopping bags. Flakes are also used as raw materials in the making of carpets, winter clothes and children's toys in Europe. Jean-Baptiste Bitamazire is a plant manager at PRI. He says the amount of plastic recycled here translates into a massive reduction of plastic waste on the streets.
Well, I would say it is working. If at all there were no recycling plants, that means all the plastics we are collecting right now would be in the rivers and streets. The cleanup is true, it's going on. The situation would have been much worse if we are not recycling.
PRI employs more than 100 people who work within the factory and 1,000 who earn a living by collecting plastic waste around Uganda. NEMA says a ban on the use of the thinner variety of plastic bags introduced in 2007 is now being fast-tracked for implementation in a bid to control the menace of discarded plastic and the damage they cause.
The regulation right now is under revision to reduce the schedule of exceptions, because that was the major problem. So many plastics had been put in the exceptions schedule, which means that most of them were still going to be in use. But that's going to be revised and there is a new implementation plan.
At one point, Ugandan officials encouraged shoppers to use banana leaves instead of plastic bags. Rwanda has led Africa's fight against plastic bags, banning them some years ago. Other countries have also moved to either ban or limit their usage. However, lack of capacity to sort garbage in order to target plastics for recycling, as well as poor waste management in general, remain a problem for many African nations.